Hey guys, so it's finally released, the Sony Xperia 1. Now, this was announced 4 months ago, and also I did order it from UPS, and they lost the package 2 times. But regardless, you finally have it. Now, this phone is a 4K display, it has 3 cameras on the back, and I'm extremely anxious to use it. And it still does not release in the US until I think the middle of July. But yeah, it is out in most of the world. So right on top we have the Sony Xperia 1 with that widescreen cinematic view. And we got our instructions. So it looks like a bit bare bones here. We have a Type-C cable, the wall adapter, and the headphone adapter. But yeah, no headphones with it. So honestly guys, I would have liked a bit more because, you know, this is a pretty expensive phone. So it definitely looks and feels pretty nice. Alright guys, so I've been using the phone for the past day. So first I'll go over the specs and then I'll give my brief thoughts on it. Now for the screen you have a 4K OLED display, 6.5 inches, and it's 21:9. So pretty unique in a couple ways. One, it's 4K, and believe it or not, Sony's still the only company with 4K displays for smartphones. And also it's 21:9, which is the aspect ratio for movies. Now on the front we have one camera which is 8 megapixels. And on the back you have 3 at 12. So one of them is wide angle and another one is telephoto, used for zoom. Now the phone also has either 64 or 128 gigabytes internal storage, which I think is a bit low. I wish they improved that. But you do have micro SD. You also have a 3330 capacity battery, the Snapdragon 855, 6 gigabytes of RAM. The phone is waterproof IP68, or rather water resistant. On the bottom we have USB Type-C, and unfortunately no headphone jack. So pretty solid specs on paper. I mean, they could improve some stuff, but for the most part, they check off the boxes. So now for my first day thoughts. Now, the big thing, of course, guys, is this new aspect ratio. It does take some getting used to. Now, one big problem, of course, guys, is most content you watch on your phone is probably going to be 16:9. So I just have a YouTube clip here. I mean, you can go like that, but, you know, then you're cutting off the top and the bottom quite a bit. But I'm sure for movies, this must be pretty beautiful. Now, I will say there are some apps like, for example, Twitter. If you use them in this aspect ratio, then you would have more tweets on screen. But I think for most apps, I mean, like, for example, guys, you have the camera app up. You know, this is just 4:3 photo. So in this case, the window is a lot smaller than other phones. So, for example, the iPhone. Now, in terms of comfort, so, I mean, it is pretty tough to reach the top here. But that said, you know, you can like double tap the side to make the screen smaller. I'm not really a fan of that, but I will say one pretty big advantage is it is a lot thinner. So, for example, if we stack these two, As you see, the Xperia is a lot easier to hold, but it is taller. So I would actually say, I mean, it does look a bit weird. It's kind of like a TV remote. But in terms of comfort, for most stuff, again, guys, aside from actually reaching the top, it is pretty comfortable. Now, the phone also has 2 speakers. So listen to a brief clip for it. So yeah, I mean, it sounds pretty good. Now, I don't know if it's better than the XE3, but we'll be doing a lot of tests for it. Now, most apps I've found are pretty well optimized for the screen. So, for example, with Fortnite, you do have the full display. But there are some, for example, like, let's say Mario Run. I mean, I think probably about 95% are optimized. Yeah, it's really just a few that aren't. Alright guys, so that said, we have a lot of testing to do, including the speed, the cameras, the speakers, the battery life, and more. The first test will be versus the iPhone XS Max, which should be out pretty soon. Also, a few days ago, I did a quick test for Sony's first Android. So, right there in the top right. Alright guys, so thanks for watching, and I'll have more videos shortly.